Hello bead kids. Today we are covering a craft box with 6 by 9 millimeter pony beads, simple drinking straws, string, and hot glue. Well, I'm using nylon string, a package of drinking straws, 4 different colors of beads, 2.5-inch tapestry needles, Bead Kids 5-inch needles, and 12-inch wire needles for the lid, but those are optional. So here are some boxes. This is a square box covered with beads. You can get these boxes from any craft or dollar store. They come in squares, circles, and hearts. And I found this larger heart box at a secondhand store for 50 cents. And even though it's already cute, I'm going to cover it in beads. So I'll be just demonstrating how we cover them. These are 4 beads, many rows long, for the side of the lid. So the first thing we do is take our plastic drinking straws. Take our plastic drinking straws and cut them lengthwise and cut a point. That just helps us to put the beads onto the straws. If the straws have the bendy part, you just cut that off and you can use a small section later. So I put the beads on the straws. I am using the pattern of pink, navy, purple, and a teal pattern. Over and over, pink, navy, purple, and teal, until I have filled up a whole straw with that pattern. I am making a diagonal pattern, so each row starts with a different color. First row will start with pink, the second row will start with navy, third row purple, and the fourth row teal, over and over. And then I just take this full straw of beads and cut it to the necessary pattern that I need. I use scissors to cut the straw, or my favorite is side cut pliers. Then I get, 8 or 10 rows cut in the pattern that I need, and then I begin stringing. The very first row, you do not cross your strings, so you just put the very first row on, and do not cross your strings. After that, it's the right needle goes in the right side, the left needle goes in the left side of the row, and you pull the string tight. This is just like we do bead pets. Following your pattern over and over. Right needle goes in the right side, left needle goes in the left side, and pull tight. So I use a clipboard to secure the project, or you can tape the project to the table. So depending on the size of your box, you just make this string of rows until it will fit all the way around your box. So we are working on the box lid side. So the side of the lid. And so we work until it will fit all the way around the side of the lid. And it doesn't matter whether it's a square, a round, or a heart-shaped box. You just make the rows the length that you need. So this is for the side of the lid. And the side of the box is done the same way. This box requires 9 beads. So we keep it in the same pattern, the pink, navy, purple, and teal pattern, rotating at the beginning of each row so it looks like it's going the pattern looks diagonal. And we go row by row. The right needle goes in the right side of the row, and the left goes in the left, until it will fit all the way around the box. Here's the side of the lid, and it will go around that box. And now we're going to start gluing. I'm just using some hot glue. And before I begin gluing, I'm making sure which direction my pattern is going in. So I want it a continuous diagonal pattern look. And I'm starting with the lid. Just hot glue the first 2 or 3 inches. And then put your beads in place. I'm turning the lid upside down so it will stay even against the table. Gluing 3 or 4 inches at a time with hot glue until the box lid side is all covered. And then we'll begin on the side. So I want to match my pattern to put it where I want, and then start adding the glue. 3 or 4 inches at a time until the whole side of the box is covered. Now for the lid of the box, on a square or a circle, we can make it in one piece like this and then glue it on. But for the heart, because it goes in 2 different directions, we are gluing on 1 row at a time. So I started with the center of the heart, make my adjust my pattern, the bead pattern colored to fit, and then I'm starting from the center of the heart and moving to the right side. And then I'll go back to the center and work to the left side. Now, stringing these rows is optional. I am showing you how to string these rows. I am using, we made some needles out of some wire. So you can string these rows. The right needle goes in the right side. The left needle goes in the left side. The strings will cross in the middle. And the stringing is optional because these beads will stay glued to the top of the box. The string will just secure any of the end beads. So you just follow row by row. I'm making it look like the pattern is going diagonal, but it's just the color of the beads. Add in the string. Tie a couple knots at the end, and here's your completed bead box. The top of it and the side of it. So good work, Sierra. Our bead box. So be creative, like and subscribe. Beadkids.com